Happy Thursday. I actually meant under 11.5 Ks for Eduardo Rodriguez. Holy cow. Let's talk some more baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back to talk some more baseball in month 85. It feels like we are so close to the playoffs. I am excited. Just FYI, the Thursday night football video is out now. Be sure to go check it out. We give our two best bets and preview the Patriots at the Jets game. What a beauty. But we're going to go over the recap in a little bit. There was one bet that was just absolutely horrendous, but we got lucky with another one as well. So I'm going to get right into it. We got a 12 game slate. So it's time to talk some more baseball. I don't know what else to tell you. We are just grinding away day in and day out. And I got a great baseball fun fact. If you're a Derek Jeter fan, you're going to love this one. So here we go. Derek Jeter had more hits than Willie Mays, higher average than Hank Aaron, a higher on base percentage than Pete Rose, more gold gloves than Cal Ripken Jr., and most postseason hits of all time. He is the captain and also has quite a dating list, that's for sure. But, anyways, in this video, we're going to recap yesterday and then go over the good and bad hitter matchups, then the pitcher strikeout matchups, the entire 12 game pitcher report, and then, as always, we will finish it with our best bets and those hitter parlay ideas, finish it with the recap. So, hit that like button, leave a comment below if you haven't already. Helps that algorithm and helps this channel grow. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we're on our way to 29,000 subscribers. Thank you guys, as always, for the support. But let's get into it. And it starts with the recap. All right, there it is. The 1 and 2 day Guardians on the money line. It was easy. I mean, just a really easy win. You know, down 2 in the 10th inning, get 3 runs. Pretty standard there on that one. Eduardo Rodriguez, under 5.5 Ks. Um, I, I, yeah. Okay, we lost that one. Guys, he got 11. That was freaking atrocious. That was such a bad read. Spencer Schwellenbach, over 5.5 Ks. We lost on the hook. He had I think it was 4 hitters in a row with 2 strikes. He didn't get one of them out, or one of them on a strikeout. It was absolutely brutal, and he ends on 5. He left a lot of meat on the bone. He was right there many, many times. But you know what? That's baseball, and that's betting. It happens sometimes. So there's the overall record and all the breakdown. That's the recap for September 18th. And now let's talk some hitter matchups. All right, these are all the hitter matchups of the day. We even have a little on page 2, but here we got Castellanos, JD Martinez up there. Michael Conforto has the most ABs here, 10 for 30 with 3 bombs off of Zach Eflin. And then Jose Altuve, 7 for 17. Ian Happ. And then over there on the right side, Nico Horner, we'll talk about later, but 4 for 10 off Corbin. Yes, it is Corbin Day, but he's been pitching better, so there's really not a lot to make fun of. And then Jeremy Pena, another Astro down there at 4 for 7. So on and so on. So that's all the guys. Take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you get some winners today. And now let's check out page 2. We only got 3. Muncy, 3 for 6. Jaron Duran, 3 for 6. And Isaac Paredes, 3 for 6 as well. He is facing Patrick Corbin. So that's all the good hitter matchups. Now let's see the bad hitter matchups. And there's only 5 this time. And one of them is an Astro, Alex Bregman, 2 for 14 with 6 Ks off Suarez. I'm not sure how that's the case. And a Rosarena off Clark Schmidt, 4 Ks, 2 for 17. Soto has struggled against Logan Gilbert, 1 for 10 with 4 strikeouts. And then Tyler O'Neill with 4 Ks against Littell. So that's all we got for the hitter matchups. And now let's talk some arms. We got 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups for you today. And the first one is the man with 2 first names, the Seattle Mariner, Logan Gilbert versus the Yankees. I've never had the Yankees up here, I don't think all year, but last 3 weeks, 12th highest K percentage versus righties at 23.7. Not an excellent matchup, but still a decent matchup. And Gilbert, 198 Ks and 191.2 innings. I'd tread carefully with this one, but Gilbert has been rolling lately. 7 or more Ks in 5 straight starts. His K rate at home, 28.9%, which is higher on the road than on the road, 25.2. But he did face New York earlier this season. That was when New York was not striking out as much, obviously. He only had 1 strikeout in New York. This one is in Seattle. The second one, Yusei Kikuchi, I say Kakachi, the lefty for the Houston Astros, going up against the Angels. Angels 12th highest K percentage versus lefties, you know, kind of like the Yankees, but they do have a 25.9% K rate, which is pretty high. And then Kikuchi, 189 Ks and 163.2 innings. He just faced the Angels last start, which kind of makes this a little tricky, but he had 6 Ks in that game. His K rate at home, which is where he will be, 28.3% compared to 26.5 on the road. His home K rate is at 2 different stadiums. Obviously, he was a Blue Jay earlier. He has made 8 starts now for the Astros. He has 6+ Ks in 6 of those 8 starts. So That's what we got for the pitcher strikeout matchups. And now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, these are the first 6 matchups of the day with Logan Webb going up against Zach Eflin and the struggling Baltimore Orioles. We know Webb is an elite strike or elite ground ball pitcher. He is better at home, but we know he's a stud. And then down there, Chris Sale, just unbelievable, just seriously unbelievable. We're going to talk about him later. Big time pitching advantage there against the Cincinnati Reds. And then Kumar Rocker, the highly touted prospect, came out and don't he's not going to have a 41.2% K rate forever, obviously, but it's just one start, 4 innings against the Mariners. I think it was 7 Ks. Either way, he looked good. I will say that he's got some electric stuff, so that'll be a fun matchup against the Toronto Blue Jays and Kevin Gausman there. And then Logan Gilbert, like we talked about, going up against Clark Schmidt. Advantage, I'd say Seattle. Clark Schmidt hasn't pitched a ton, but he's been decent when he has. And then Jack Flaherty versus Cabrera, 2 guys that know how to miss bats there in Miami. So take a screenshot. That is page 1. And now let's take a look at page 2. Not a ton of great matchups here. I'm not going to lie. Now, I will say this just to be cautious. The Arizona-Milwaukee game, there were some bets I was looking at, like Brandon Pfaadt over hits allowed, things like that, because he's just been getting hit all over the field. But the Milwaukee Brewers just clinched the NL Central. They have been drinking all night, and they may have a lineup of all backups. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you just never know. So just be cautious with that game is all I would say. But Tobias Myers has been really good. Arizona is also a team that could come out flat as they're coming back from Coors Field, and we know what teams do the first game after that as well. So just want to point that out. But Patrick Corbin, again, been better. How about a 4.72 expected ERA? That is not too shabby, actually. And then we got Javier Assad going up against him, and then Kikuchi down there going up against Suarez, who has just not been good this year at all. So that's what we got. Not a ton of great pitcher matchups on this second page, but take a screenshot, and that is the entire pitcher report for today, September 19th. And now it is time for the best bets. All right, this first bet is going to be a team total parlay. These are alternate lines. I know a lot of you, whenever I put these on, where'd you get these lines? What happened? This is an alternate team total. So Mets team total over 2.5, Reds team total under 4.5 at -123 on BetMGM. This is a 1-unit play for me. Let's talk Mets team total over 2.5 first. Their line is set at 4.5, juice to the over. We just need 3 runs. That's all we need. They are facing Taijuan Walker. If you don't know, he is a struggling starting pitcher all year, really. And they've cut him back. He's now only going to probably throw about 2 to 3 innings. I would expect about 3 innings. I think that's still enough for them to get a couple runs off him. He has a 6.29 ERA this season, 97 hits allowed in 78.2 innings, only 55 Ks. He's really just not fooling many batters at all. His last start, he pitched 3 innings. He shut them out, but he gave up 3 hits. Short outings, obviously, are his thing now, but he has still given up 16 earned runs in the last 17 innings. And this Mets offense, they're fighting for a playoff spot, not just the offense, the whole team. But they are slightly below average versus righties. But again, this is not your normal right-handed pitcher. The Mets have now scored 20 runs in the last 2 games. They're absolutely smoking hot. They've scored 3+ runs in 11 of the last 15. After him is a Phillies bullpen who has a bottom 10 xFIP, which kind of is a more predictive stat of your bullpen as a whole. They've kind of been hit and miss for quite a while now in the bullpen. Been a little bit luckier lately, but it just has not been good for them. So I just need 1 or 2 off Walker to feel good. Then they get the whole rest of the game to get another one. 2.5 is a pretty low number. I think they get there. So give me the Mets team total over 2.5. And then the second leg, this is an under. The Reds team total under 4.5. First of all, it's the Reds versus the lefty, which should be all you need, but the lefty happens to be the best starting pitcher on planet Earth. But the normal line here is juiced to the under at 3.5. Now I'm taking it up 1. Just need 4 less runs. Sale is as good as it gets. This is absolutely insane. He has given up 2 earned runs in 25 of 28 starts. That is, I don't even know what to say. That's just nuts. Braves have been a top 10 bullpen all season as well. So Reds offense versus lefties last 30 days, by the way, in case you don't know how bad they're struggling, 28th WRC plus, 29th slugging, absolutely horrendous. And now they face the best lefty there is. Give me the Reds team total under 4.5 as my second leg. To go with the Mets team total over 2.5 as the first leg. Absolutely love this at -123 on BetMGM. And that is my first best bet. Before we get to that second best bet, gotta tell you about this promotion that's not going to last long, guys. Bet 365, bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets. It does not matter what happens to that $5. All you gotta do is use the link below, Click it, sign up, only takes a couple minutes, and then go deposit your money, put $5 in, and you get 200 bonus bets. It's that easy. It's a great deal. So if you're in a state that is legal for Bet365, I always recommend multiple sports books to make sure you're getting the best odds and the best value. But of course, you must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, the second game takes us out to Tropicana Field where the Rays host the Boston Red Sox. Rays on the money line -115, Red Sox on the money line -105 with a total of only 7.5 runs. I'm treading carefully right now on all bets because it's the very end of the season. Just want to point that out. You can probably already tell, but this is going to be my second final bet of the video. I will have another one in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. But this one, Zach Littell, under 2.5 earned runs allowed at -110 on Bet365 for a half unit. Let's hop right into Outlier. Let's go check out some numbers on this one. And obviously, if you don't have Outlier, I'm not sure what you're doing at this point. You just got to click that link below in the description. Try the 7-day free trial. You got nothing to lose. But here's Outlier right here. So last 10, under and 7 in the last 10. He's in really good form. We'll talk about that later. But now let's go to 2024 just overall. Under in 17 to 27 starts, and then we'll check out the home starts now. And you can see that he is under in 9 of 14 starts there as well. So let's scroll down a little bit and just show you why I really like this bet, to be honest with you. The Red Sox have been horrendous offensively. I mean, they have just been bad for quite a while now. In the last 30 days, you see it right there. Bottom 5 and everything. 28th batting average, 29th WRC plus, 27th slugging, 26th in on-base percentage. Just absolutely atrocious versus righties, and it has been that way for longer than I'm honestly surprised by it, because I thought the Red Sox were a decent offense this year, and they were for a while. But lately, it has just not been pretty. And the combo of that with Zach Littell and the format he's in is why I like this bet. Littell, if you don't know, has excellent command, 5.1% walk rate, and he's been really good at home. You saw he's under 9 of 14 at home. How about a 3.15 ERA this season at home? Only a 244 average against and only 384 slugging at home. And he's now pitching the best he has all season. He had a 1.72 ERA in August and has a 2.40 ERA so far in September. That's in 15 innings. This is a good spot for him. Zach Littell against a bad Red Sox offense that is struggling, and the game is at Tropicana Field. If you don't know, this is a big-time pitcher's park. That's probably why you also see a total of only 7.5. We're not expecting many hits or runs in this one. I see a low-scoring game. So give me Zach Littell under 2.5 earned runs as my second best bet for a half unit. And let's check out the hitter parlay ideas. All right, we got 3 hitter parlay ideas. They went 0-1 yesterday, and then we had the whole entire D-backs hitters. 7 of 9 get a hit. Yandy Diaz did not play. He got a pinch hit at the very end of the game, but Bellinger went hitless. So we were on 5-0 run before that. Let's stay hot here and go 3-0. Yandy Diaz of the Rays is the first one. Rinse and repeat. 8-game hitting streak. Got 1 at bat, like I mentioned yesterday. Rarely strikes out, as you guys know. Facing Brian Bayo and the terrible Red Sox bullpen. Bayo giving up about 9 hits per 9 innings. I like Yandy again in this one. Second one, Jose Altuve. Great matchup. He's gone 7 for 17 off Suarez in his career, as you guys saw earlier. 1+ hit now in 10 of his last 13 games. He hasn't gone hitless in 2 straight games since August 26th. He went hitless yesterday for whatever that's worth, and then he gets a bad Angels bullpen after Suarez, like that one. This third one, Nico Horner, my goodness. 3rd highest batting average in the MLB last 7 days, hitting .458, and he has a great matchup versus Patrick Corbin. As you saw earlier, he is 4 for 10 off Patrick Corbin, and after him is a bad Nats bullpen. And not just that, Nico Horner's been crushing. He has 2+ hits in 4 straight games. Not just 1+, 2+, also 2+ hits in 6 of his last 9. Great form, great matchup. I love Nico Horner here, along with Altuve and Yandy Diaz as my hitter parlay ideas. Now, before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. 2 best bets so far for the day. Mets team total over 2.5 and Reds team total under 4.5, and a little alt line parlay -123 on BetMGM. And then Zach Littell of the Tampa Bay Rays under 2.5 earned runs allowed at -110 for a half unit. So again, added plays in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. Thank you guys for watching yet again. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that like button and go check out that Thursday night football video. Let's get some winners for the Patriots and Jets game. But hope you have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon.